Good morning everybody and welcome to the third New York vlog. Today is a very exciting day because we're actually going and heading over. It's so loud. We are actually heading over to Coney Island today for the first time ever. The sun is shining, it is glorious. So yeah, we're going to go and first of all head over to Moynihan Station, and when we're over there we want to go and get the best breakfast ever, which is a Magnolia Bakery. I'm going to show you everything they go and offer over there, but we're going for one thing in particular. So we're going to go and do that, but I have to say I slept so well last night. That bed in the hotel is literally pure comfort, so I actually love that. But let's go and head into Moynihan Station, get our breakfast, and then we're going to make our way to Coney Island. It's quite a long way on the subway, but we're going to go and do it and I can't wait. And wow, it's a gorgeous building from the outside, very grand. And we just need to go and have a little look for where Magnolia Bakery is. Honestly, I can't wait. This is my favourite part about New York. The food for sure. Oh, and here it is, the mothership herself, Magnolia Bakery. I can't wait to go in here. That's the exit. Let's go around that way. We actually have a few different locations, but we've gone to this one today because it's actually closest to our hotel. There's also one at Rockefeller Center. There's actually a few dotted around the city. Yeah, I'd say they're probably most famous for their banana pudding. They do small, medium and large. We've actually gone for a medium one today. It's $7.25, but it is honestly one of the best things I've ever tasted. And they also have this special one, this peanut butter chocolate banana pudding, which I probably will need to come back here to go and try that because that also sounds delicious. Anything peanut butter, 100% is a bit of me too. Okay, so we've gone and got the goods. Can't wait to go and actually eat this. I'm honestly so hungry, I can't lie. But I do have to say, one thing about this station, there's literally nowhere to go and just sit down and eat. They actually have a food hall, but it's literally all like blocked off at the moment, so you can't even go and like eat there, probably because of the time. So we're actually gonna go and find somewhere else to go and eat, whether it's maybe like the steps outside or something. We've come outside of the station, but at the end of the day, we only went to the station to get the goods. Right, and here it is, the pot of goodness. This is obviously the banana pudding from Magnolia Bakery. It's definitely giving me Tiffany vibes with that like greeny blue colour. I've decided to go and sit on the main steps outside Moynihan Station, and it's great because actually in front of us we have Madison Square Gardens too, so I feel like it's like the perfect view, probably better than sitting inside the station. But let's go and eat our banana pudding. Literally been waiting over a year for this. Let's do it. Here's the unboxing. Let's take the lid off. Oh, just look at it. Look at that. Oh, I feel like I need to spoon that lid. Look at all of that like cream that's on the lid. Beautiful. And then this is what it looks like inside. Obviously it's got a mixture of like the cake inside, the cream, banana. It is just the perfect sweet treat to start your day. Right, I'm gonna have some of the cream. It's honestly perfect. Like, I know people as well that say they hate bananas, but they love this. So even if you hate bananas, definitely go and give it a try. But they also do, like I said, like other flavours, so it's not always just banana pudding. That's like the famous thing. But they do have like seasonal ones, and at the minute is that chocolate peanut butter, which I definitely would like to try at some point. Honestly amazing. And I feel like as well, when it's summer, the cream is still quite cold, so it's like the perfect like mixture, like when it's quite warm outside, but then you've got like the cold cream, the perfect combo. Oh, it is actually heaven in a pot. This is by far, I think, my favourite thing in New York. And I've always like thought like, oh, banana pudding, but it is so good. It's like the best banana pudding you'll ever try. Something I've noticed about it this time is there seems to be a lot more cake than normal, which to be fair, I'm not complaining. The cake is nice, but I think the best part of the whole thing for me is like the cream with like frosting that they've got on it. It is a 10 out of 10 though, and I feel like medium is the perfect size. I probably could eat a large, not in one sitting. And this probably isn't meant to be for one sitting either, but yeah, it's probably meant to be for two people. But this is heaven. We've definitely waited about 20 minutes at Rockefeller Center for that before, so the fact that we got that straight away, was the only ones in the shop, that was a good sign. So definitely go to Moynihan Station if you want to go and get yourself a Magnolia Bakery. We're actually now going to go and start heading to the subway to get over to Coney Island. We're heading to, it is 34th Street, Herald Square I think it is. That's the station we need to go to, which is about an 8-minute walk from here. So we're going to walk across. We've actually seen so many school buses today, which is like the cutest thing ever, living the proper American life right now. Right, and we're here and we're going to go and get the Q train over to Coney Island. And as always, I always use my Google Maps just to help me out when it comes to the subway, because otherwise I have literally no clue. So instead of getting the Q, we're actually going to go get the F, because I think we tapped in at the wrong entrance or something like that. We went wrong somewhere, so we're going to get the F train. It's going to be a long journey. It's going to basically be 28 stops and 56 minutes. So it's going to be a long one, but it's going to be worth it for sure. Right, we've gone and made it to Coney Island Beach, and I have to say the subway was completely fine. It was probably just under an hour, I'd say, but you know what, it actually flew by. It was really quick on there, and to be fair, the carriages were really quiet, which I just love when the subway's like that. But yeah, we're actually here. We ended up getting off at the station, which was like the New York Aquarium, I think it was called, and it's been like an 8-minute walk to go and get to the beach. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. But we actually are here at the beach now. We just actually were saying on the way here that we've never been to a beach in the US, and all our US trips, where we've been, we've always just been that slight bit too far to go to the beach. So the fact we're actually now here at the beach is just amazing. I can't wait to actually just go and see what it properly looks like. But we actually really want to go to the fun fair too, Luna Park. We haven't bought any tickets for it yet, but we do definitely want to go and do that. It doesn't open till 12 PM though, and it's currently, I think it's just turned 10, so we've got about 2 hours to spare. So I think we're going to go spend some time on the beach, chill. The weather is so good right now as well. And then we're going to go and head over to the fun fair a little bit later on. We're going to go and walk down the boardwalk, spend some time on the beach, and just have a great time. But it feels so good, and this weather is perfect. They actually do have some shower facilities as well just outside the beach, so if you are thinking of going onto the sand, going into the sea, that kind of thing, they do have showers if you do want to go and do that. There's actually a red flag at the moment, so it means that we can't actually go into the sea, but the sand looks so gorgeous and it's so peaceful and empty. In Manhattan it's so loud and busy and chaotic, and over here it's just so peaceful and calm. There's hardly anybody around. We're actually going to go onto the beach now, I think. I need to go and take my shoes off. Wow, it's so cold. Can't believe how unbelievably cold that sea is. That's probably the coldest sea I've ever been in. I've never felt like I've had a brain freeze in my toes before, but that is genuinely the same sensation. Freezing. It was the receptionist at the hotel, and they said that like New York beaches are actually really nice, but the sea is never like the right temperature, like barely any time in the year where you can actually go into the sea, because it's always just so cold. But honestly, my toes are recovering from that. That's probably why the red flag was up there, to be fair. Right, we just went into Paul's door. Oh, I feel like I can't say that. Retake. We just went and grabbed a drink at Paul's Daughter, which is on the boardwalk, and they do drinks, and they've done like some frozen cocktails and things like that over there, and also do some like different food. They had lobster roll over there, which is meant to be very famous for like New York, America in general, I think. But we just went and grabbed a can of drinks. I've got a Pepsi. It was basically $3 for a can, so it's, you know, quite expensive for a can of drink, but it is what it is. We're at Coney Island. I have to say, I feel like I'm being very brave right now, just laying on the sand without a towel. Normally, I hate the beach. People that have watched me for a while know that I'm definitely more of a pool person over a beach person. That's a pool up Paul's Daughter. But yeah, we've got about 40 minutes until Luna Park opens, so we're just gonna go carry on chilling at the beach. The weather is so nice. We actually just looked at the weather app, and it's saying now the weather is gonna go up to 24 degrees today, so it's definitely gonna be even hotter than it was yesterday, although it is quite nice because it's pretty cloudy today. It's not really a blue sky, I wouldn't say, but it is still very, very warm. To avoid getting a sandy can, I've gone and put my can inside my trainer. Perfect invention, gotta say. I am a very clever boy for doing that. Right, it's just turned 12 o'clock. They've just opened up the gates. I'm about to go and head into Luna Park for the very first time. It definitely gives me like horror movie vibes, but it's gonna be fun. I'm actually so ready for this. I'm such a big like theme park fun fair rides fan, so just being here, I've seen so many films and movies and vlogs of this park over time, so it's gonna be so good to actually just be here and try and ride a few things at least. We are gonna have a look at the prices as well to see what to go and get, because obviously I know they do wristbands. You can go and get them in advance online, but also you can just go and buy things, you know, as and when. So we're gonna see that too. We'll see if we can go and do like pay as you go kind of thing. So this here is a board with all the different prices. So they have an all-day platinum wristband, which basically includes everything. That's $99 for that one. Includes the Sky Chaser, Slingshot, and Electric Eden. And then they also have these all-day extraordinary wristbands. Obviously, if you're below 48 inches, it's $53, and then above 48 inches, it's $79. But that doesn't include every single ride. So you actually have to go and buy single credits if you have this type of wristband here. If you want to go into Sky Chaser, Slingshot, or Electric Eden. They also do have some Luna cards. So I assume this is basically if you want to just want to go and buy as you go, and then they kind of give you some bonus credits too. So we've just gone and we've basically spent $100, and we've got this card with Luna Park on it, and they actually topped it up with 20 bonus credits too. So we're gonna go ride some rides and just soak up all the vibes of being here at Luna Park. I can't believe how quiet it is, although it has just opened, but this here seems to be more like the family friendly area. That over there, it looks very much like Primeval World that used to be at Animal Kingdom. Love that ride, do miss it so much, but there's just actually so much to see and do. This is just like one tiny part of the park, and also that wheel looks amazing too. I'm actually not too sure how much we're able to go on with our credits, but we'll see what £100 buys us. But I'm tempted by this one. This is the one I want to go on first, I think. Never been on anything like that before. Right, we're doing it. Yeah. I'm honestly terrified. I feel like any like fun fairs, they just make me feel a bit like ho 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 ho. Let's do it. Right, well that off-ride looked like it was going to be amazing. We literally got to the front and then it broke down, and we've been waiting around for like 10 minutes and it's still not open. So we're going to move on, we're going to try something different. It seems like there's quite a lot that isn't open, to be fair. I don't know why, it's very, very quiet. So there's some rides which are just not like, it doesn't look like they're running, but they're just waiting for people. But yeah, we're going to go and try something else. I think me, Jack and Sean are going to go and try this one here. I've never been on anything like this before, so it'll be my first. You ready? First ride in Coney Island. Right, that was a good one. I actually really enjoyed that. That was actually a lot more intense than I thought.
Yeah.
Like, it was very disorientating. I had no idea where I was. You got that stomach drop feeling. It was good. Right, this is still part of Luna Park, but we've crossed the road and we're now going to go and head on to Cyclone, which is a wooden roller coaster here. Probably the most iconic roller coaster that's here at this park. I actually can't wait, although it's a little bit scary, this one. Oh wow, it looks so dated and abandoned. Well, I can say I got the cred for that. I have never screamed so much in my life. I had tears streaming down my face. First of all, it is so old. I think it said it was like built in like 1927, I want to say, or something like that. Really, really old ride. And when we went on it, like the space that you have to get into the actual like train is like tiny. And just before it broke down, and they literally had to get all of the engineering team to push the train forward, and then they just let us on it. And honestly, the drops were so intense, like they were so much bigger. I had no idea where I was going. Again, disorientated, like I could see it just drops everywhere, and I was like, oh, we're going down that way, and we ended up like flinging around another way. It was a lot. It wasn't like rough, but you could tell it's a really old rickety ride. It had to be done, obviously, because we're here at Coney Island. It's probably like the most famous ride here, but it was just so intense. Was it worth £10? I actually think it was. I'm so glad I actually have that cred now, because not everyone can say that, but it was a lot to actually process and comprehend. Me and Sean are about to go and do the slingshot. This one was 25 tokens each, so it's $25 each. Very expensive, but this, never done any of these in my life. Honestly, a bit scared, but let's go and head on. We've just gone and done the slingshot, my first time ever, your first time ever too. What do you think?
That was brilliant.
It was amazing. Like, it was one of them things that I think I've always kind of like been off ride. Well, I've always been off ride. I thought I will never ever do that. That's one ride I'll never do. but I done it and it was actually really good. My heart is pounding. But they actually went and they gave us a little receipt as we left to go and buy like the video. So they actually had like a GoPro attached to it, and it basically they gave us our QR code and it cost us $15 to go and buy the video, and we're about to go and watch it now. Obviously I had to go and buy it. It's an expensive ride, but I feel like them sort of rides always are expensive wherever you are in the world. So yeah, let's go. We're gonna watch that video. We just paid $15 for it, so it better be worth it. But I think I screamed literally the whole way, and I actually laughed. It was like a genuinely funny ride as well.
Yeah,
I found it
funny.
Yeah, I loved it. It was so good. Right, here it is. He's trying to put my hands up. It's weird because even when you're off riding, it's only doing them little bounces. You think it's not that much, but it's a huge like bounce down. I'm actually so glad I've done it. Yeah. It's at 1 minute 35 the video. So yeah, I feel like if you do the ride, you have to buy the video. So we've got 24 tokens left, so me and Jack are going to go and pop onto Thunderbolt, which is I think one of their newer roller coasters they've got. It looks absolutely huge. It goes really far back as well, and it has a giant entrance. But yeah, it's 12 credits each for this one, so again, it's one of the more expensive ones. But let's go and head on to Thunderbolt. Right, we have just gone and finished our time at Luna Park in Coney Island. I have to say, we had an amazing time. I actually think my favourite ride was the slingshot. That was really, really good. I actually really didn't like Thunderbolt. I don't even know if you can see, but on my legs, oh, it's kind of gone down now, but basically the way the restraint was, it really like pushed into my thighs, so it was actually a really painful ride. Every like hill that you went over was really, really painful. So yeah, just bear that in mind if you're going on Thunderbolt. It was a good ride, quite painful for $12. I'm actually in a way kind of glad that we didn't get the all-day wristbands. We was originally going to go and do that, and we was very much tempted to do that before we even come to New York. I actually think going into Luna Park now, I don't actually think there was that much to do, and it is very, very expensive. Like each ride is obviously very expensive. If you want to make a day of it, then obviously go and get an all-day wristband. But I do think that, especially today, the ride availability wasn't that great over there. There was a lot of stuff that was shut or was opening later, and you don't really get that many hours anyway. Throughout the year, they have different opening hours, so keep an eye on the Luna Park website for the dates that you're visiting. But I would definitely do it again. Like, we've never done anything like this in New York, and the fact that we've been able to escape the busy city, come to the beach, and do a few rides, it was a bucket list experience for me, definitely, because I wanted to go and get them creds. I also really enjoyed Cyclone as well. Cyclone was also amazing. I would go and do that again 100%. Definitely, if I was coming back to New York in the summer, or if you're going to New York in the summer, 100% make a day to come to Coney Island. Like, yes, it's an hour from Manhattan on the subway, but it's so easy to get to. It's just one subway train, and yeah, you can have an amazing day. But we are actually getting a little bit peckish, so we're going to go and head down the boardwalk and see what we can go and get. Probably a Nathan's hot dog, I'm imagining, but let's go and head down. Right, we're going to go and head into Brooklyn Beach Shop and hopefully get some Coney Island merch, I'm hoping. I was literally just about to say, oh, this cushion is really nice, I'll have that on my bed. And I looked, and it's $225. That is insane. It is still a very nice cushion though, but it won't be making it to my bed. Right, and here is the original Nathan's, the first Nathan's ever, made in 1916. They've celebrated their 100th anniversary obviously already. So let's go and see what there is. I've got to say, it smells so good over here. Right, we have the goods, and let's just take a moment to just say how banging this looks. So we've got the chili cheese hot dog, and we've got the cheese and bacon loaded fries, which look amazing. Look at all that cheese on the chips, looks so good. So I'm very excited to go and eat this. And also connected to Nathan's is an Auntie Anne's, and we was able to go and order this with the meal. So basically, for the hot dog, the chips, and the Auntie Anne's, it basically comes to about $20 a person, which, you know, it's not too bad. Although the hot dog itself is actually a lot smaller than I expected. It's definitely no Casey's hot dog, but I guess size doesn't always matter, so it is what it is. But I can't wait to go and eat this week, because I feel like we've seen Nathan so much as well, but we're actually now eating at the originals, like it had to be done. Right, here we go. Let's go and tuck into this hot dog. It is so cheesy. That's good. That cheese sauce is really nice. That cheese sauce is what makes it all. And I've definitely not been shy of cheese sauce. That is so good. Yum. It's like perfect seaside food to have. Right, it's time for the cheesy fries. I mean, they've gone cold now, but they are nice. They taste good. Again, the cheese sauce is like banging. It's amazing. And then the fries are actually quite thick. And they're crinkled. But I like it. They're actually really nice. I think that meal overall, I'd give a like 7 out of 10. I think for a hot dog, it's not the best hot dog that I've ever had. It was pretty basic, really, and considering Nathan's is famous for its hot dogs, you know, it was alright. It was like okay. I don't think I would ever really pick to go and have a Nathan's anywhere other than being on Coney Island. So yeah, it was a decent enough meal, a nice like lunch. I don't feel overly full up. My favourite bit was definitely the loaded fries though, and I've actually really enjoyed just sitting outside in this lovely little area here. It is starting to pick up the wind a little bit now actually. It's getting a bit breezy, but this area that we're sitting in is actually so lovely, and if you can get a table outside Nathan's, it's definitely worth it, because it's just nice people watching and seeing what everyone's getting up to and seeing the like the beach in front of us. Right, so that is us done at Coney Island. It's actually just turned 3:15, so we spent a good 5 hours here, which I actually think is like the perfect amount of time. However, I do think you could literally come here and spend the entire day at Coney Island, and whether it's just you sitting on the beach, whether it's going into Luna Park, like there is literally so much for you to go and do. So I've actually really had an amazing day here, but our day hasn't finished yet, because we're actually going to go now and head over to Dumbo and like the Brooklyn Bridge area as well. So we thought whilst we're like down in Brooklyn, we might as well go and do that whilst we're there. We're going to go now and get the subway. Probably shouldn't take too long, hopefully. I'll have a little look at Google Maps, but I think it should be quite basic getting over to Dumbo. So I'll show you how we go and do that. But yeah, it's been really good. I'm actually so happy. Right, so we've made it to the other side. I've got to say that subway journey was awful. I feel like we went wrong somewhere. We got on the wrong train at some point. I can't even pinpoint what train it was, but we ended up going to the wrong place, and then we ended up having to get 4 trains rather than just the 1 train directly here. So yeah, it was not great. It took us over an hour. Like that really didn't go to plan at all, but we're actually here. We ended up getting off at York Street, I think it's called, and then we're going to go basically walk from York Street. It's going to take probably about 8 minutes, I reckon, to go and get to where like Dumbo is, and we want to go and get our Dumbo picture, which is in Washington Street. So we want to go and do that. It's one of my favourite places, the most Instagrammable place in New York for sure. So we're going to go and head down there. I've got to try and find my bearings, I can't go wrong again. So yeah, let's go and head down there. Oh, we must be getting close now. You've got Manhattan Bridge just up there, and then in the distance you've got Brooklyn Bridge. And it's also so much warmer compared to Coney Island. Just being back here, it just feels so much more stuffy in the city. It's just really weird. So loud. Oh wow, look how adorable this little area is. We've never been here before. It's called Pebble Beach. It's not actually a beach really, like you can't really sit down and have a chill, but look at the view. feel like I might have just found my new favourite place in New York, just to sit and people watch and just look at all the skyscrapers in the background. Like, it's so beautiful, it really, really is. Do you know what? I actually think I prefer looking at Manhattan from this side. Like, it's actually so much better than just being in Manhattan. Like, seeing it from the other side, it's just everything. Like, it's so beautiful. And obviously you can't really see like too far down. They can only really see like the One World Observatory over there, but it's gorgeous. As you actually carry on walking up, you've actually got Jane's Carousel. It's actually closed on Tuesdays, which is really sad, but it's like an old traditional carousel. It actually looks really fun. I would have gone onto it, to be fair. It's only $3 a person, so for a carousel, you know, it's cheaper than it was at Coney Island today. But it's such a cute carousel. Oh, that is a big bee. Look at the size of that. Whoa, it doesn't even look like a bee. Wow. And yeah, it just says about Jane's Carousel over there, and it says that it's got 48 horses in rows of 3. And yeah, these here are the opening hours for Jane's Carousel. So it's normally 10 o'clock to 6:50 usually, sometimes 11 o'clock it opens, but Tuesdays it's always closed, so that's a little bit sad. Alright, and here it is, the famous street of most New York Instagram photos. It's Washington Street, and do you know what? It's actually feeling quite a lot busier than it normally is. But just take a look at that view. That photo is perfect. There are actually so many people around this time. What I'd normally say is if you're coming to Washington Street, try and get here normally for around like 8 o'clock, and there's hardly anybody here. Every ship that we've had before, we managed to get photos where it's literally clear, there's nobody in the road at all. So yeah, just bear that in mind. And actually this is a normal road, so also watch out for cars, because there are cars coming literally every direction, but it is just like the perfect view. We're going to try and get a picture, but it's definitely not going to be anywhere near as good as previous years. I actually can't believe that that UPS van is literally parked in front of the perfect picture. Here's my shop. Got to say, so impressed with my mum's photography skills there. I don't know what to do without her, because she is like the best photographer I could actually ever ask for. She was so good, and considering how busy it was, we got some really good photos. We were probably there for about 20 minutes taking photos. We got like lots of different combinations, like me and my brothers, my mum, we all had our own individual ones. So yeah, I'm actually quite impressed with them. So check out my Instagram, because I'm going to post them over there. When it comes to editing my photos, I always just use Lightroom. I'm quite basic really. I have a few like presets that I've already kind of made myself, so I'll just kind of use them. But we're actually going to start now heading over to the Brooklyn Bridge and walk across there. Ah, and here it is, the Brooklyn Bridge. It actually looks like a very long walk, and to be fair it is. It's like a mile long, and it takes probably about half an hour to like 45 minutes I'd say to go and walk to the other side. But it's definitely worth it for them views. And you can see the Statue of Liberty right in the distance over there. This corner right here, which is just after the big arches, is definitely my favourite corner, because you can get a picture with the traffic and then the Manhattan skyline over there. It is a gorgeous photo, and definitely don't be afraid to ask people to take a picture of you as well, because everyone's pretty friendly in New York. Oh wow, they're all like hair bands. That has never been here like this before. This just goes on this whole section of bridge. That has never been there before. That fully just like gave me flashbacks to Expedition Everest, when you go and stop at the top and you look down and you see just like the hairbands everywhere. Like, how did they even get there? I unfortunately don't have a hairband to go and add to the Brooklyn Bridge, so yeah, shame really. That was a fun little walk on Brooklyn Bridge. I actually think it took us pretty much just over half an hour to walk from one side to the other, and we did stop off for pictures and things like that. So actually, I think we've done that in record time. Yeah, considering like we definitely are not, I wouldn't say we're fast walkers. I mean, I'm a fast walker sometimes, but today I don't think I was walking fast, not as fast as I normally would. So I reckon you can walk across in half an hour, but you know, when the weather's nice, it's nice just pace yourself. Yeah, we actually planned to do that walk during sunset, but sunset's still in like 2 hours time, but we ended up finishing over at DUMBO a lot earlier than we expected. So that's why we've done the walk at this time, but it's actually still a good time to go and walk across Brooklyn Bridge. And we've still actually never walked Brooklyn Bridge the other way. We've always done it from Brooklyn to Manhattan, but we've never done it Manhattan to Brooklyn. So maybe we need another New York trip to do that. In about 2 days' time, we've actually got a full kind of day where we're going to be going exploring downtown Manhattan. We're going to do Statue of Liberty, obviously do Wall Street and things like that. So we're not going to go and do any of that today. So we're actually going to go now and head on the subway and go down to probably like the Flatiron Building, and then we'll get ready, probably gonna have something to eat later on. Right, we just fully stumbled across a Levain Cookies little bakery over here. Gonna go and head in. I say we stumbled across this. I definitely have dragged my family here, and it's been on my itinerary. Oh, wow, that smell. Wow, they literally have so many options of cookies. It definitely gives me Gideon's cookie vibes as well, so I'm excited to see how it compares. And I mean, it must be good because people have written newspaper reports and like magazine articles about these cookies, so you know, it has to be amazing. Right, we've just come back to the room for a little bit, but my skin is on fire and I feel like the camera is not picking up it. But I definitely have caught the sun in the wrong way. I've burnt since being at Coney Island. Like, that sun must have been so intense today. I can see it on my face and everything. So it's lucky that I've actually got some after sun tonight, so I will go and use that. But my skin is literally on fire. I've not burned it in such a long time. What is this hair too? Honestly, this is not a look. We also have our bag of our cookies from Levain Bakery. I'm actually not going to go and show you what's inside just yet because we're going to actually eat these for our breakfast tomorrow. So I'll go and show you them tomorrow, but I have to say they do smell so good. Later. Just across the road, they have a Taco Bell just there. Right, so this here is the menu for Taco Bell. So we're going to dine in today. There's actually so many seats left, and they have a really, really big menu, to be fair. I actually always like looking at the combos because I feel like they're the best value for money. They do so many different options. They've got chicken nuggets in this one. I really like this Supreme Lux box. I'm sure we had this before, actually. And also, what I love that they do here is a Mexican pizza, which I've never had a Mexican pizza before, but again, that looks really good. And also, they do chicken quesadillas and that kind of thing. But the best thing about Taco Bell here is that their drink options are like the best. You have so many different drink options. They do like twisted freezes, you get beers, other frozen drinks, fountain drinks, coffees. They have such a big menu. Right, our food has arrived. I have to say, I'm very, very excited for this. Taco Bell in the UK for sure is like one of my favourite fast food restaurants, but when it's in the US it's even better. And I actually picked something which obviously they don't have on the UK menu because I wanted to go and give it a try, and I've seen so many people say good things about it, so this is what I ended up getting. So this here is my Mexican pizza from Taco Bell. It looks really, really good. I love all like the salsa that's on top of it and the cheese and everything. It kind of reminds me of like a crunchy quesadilla. I didn't realise it was going to be like two tortillas like together, and then it was going to be like loaded with stuff inside. It does look amazing, and I've also got 2 tacos that come with that. And the drinks here are like on like a refill machine sort of thing, and I saw that they had some like, I think it was like a mango tea sort of drink. It looks like this, definitely a bit of me, so I'm gonna go and give it a try. That's good. That is literally the sort of drink that I would go for. I love it. Anything mango, especially with the fact that it's like Mexican as well. I feel like mango and Mexican go. Wow, that is so good. And then this here is the meal that Jack and Sean went for. It does look really good as well, and considering that was only $7, that is like such good value. Right, I'm gonna go and try a slice of this pizza. I'm actually kind of glad that I got this because it's not like overly big, and I'm not like extremely hungry right now, but I was quite peckish, I wanted to eat, so let's go and give this a try. Oh, very different to what I was expecting. But it's basically got like a chili beef in the middle, and then the cheese really like makes it come together. Also a little bit like tomato-y, like slightly. That is really good. Like, they need to bring this to the UK because I feel like this would do so well. And the crunch is amazing too. I would definitely get that again. That is amazing. This has quite possibly got to be the neatest Taco Bell taco that I've ever seen. Just like a classic standard Taco Bell taco, but it's actually neat. We don't get this at home. I mean, it was a mouthful salad, but it was good. Right, we are back in the room, and I've got to say, I've had my shower and I am totally feeling sorry for myself because my skin is stinging so badly from the sunburn. So lesson learned, if you go to Coney Island, even if it's cloudy outside, definitely go and wear your factor 50 because I'm like obviously pale skinned anyway. Like the sun is very easily attracted to me and has been quite nasty in the past, and I obviously didn't put any sun cream on today. My fault completely. It's really come out now. Like I don't know if you can see, like my neck. Look at that. It is so bad, like so bad. And then my arms, and then like literally my legs, like all the way around. They're really badly sunburned. Like it's actually awful. So I'm gonna actually use my Banana Boat aloe vera gel, which is actually like my favourite one to use. I use this for years, like any like family holidays that we go on, we use it and it smells so good and it actually keeps your skin feeling so cool for quite a long time. Like I put this on and then you know that like itchy, burny feeling that you get when you got sunburn? It vanishes for like a good, I don't know, like a good like hour or so, and then you can like keep home and reapplying. It just feels really nice on your skin, and I don't like really when you have like after suns that are like a cream and then you can feel it on your skin like the whole time. So with this, it actually just feels very natural on your skin and I love that. So I'm just going to go and apply this to literally every single inch of my body that was on show today because I'm feeling very sorry for myself, and I'll probably reapply this all night and use this whole bottle up, but I'll just do that. But with all that being said, I'm actually going to go and end this vlog here. Thank you so much for coming to Coney Island with me today and seeing Dumbo and doing Brooklyn Bridge because it was actually amazing. Like, Coney Island is such a cool place, and I knew it would be so cool, but I actually really, really love being there. And I think, again, it's one of the standouts. Like, if you're picking whether to go to New York at Christmas or summertime, I feel like that's a big pro of going at summertime. It's just experiencing Coney Island, but you'd have an even better time if you went there and you wore sun cream for sure, which I've definitely learned. But yeah, in terms of step count, because I'm going to go and tell you every day how many steps I've done, because there are a few interested in that, we done 29,000 steps today. So that is quite a lot of steps, even more than we done yesterday. And to be fair, I feel like today felt easier. I feel like it felt like, because I think we was walking with purpose everywhere, whereas yesterday we was kind of like walking back and forth, doing lots of like trips to shops and things like that. If you have liked this vlog, then definitely go and hit the subscribe button because it would honestly mean the world to me. And also go and check out my Instagram, Journeys with Sam, because again, I've posted lots and lots of photos on there, and it will include things like the Brooklyn Bridge, and I'll do tips and stuff over there on my Instagram too, so definitely go and check that out. In the next vlog that you see, it will be a very action-packed one because we're actually going to be seeing our first Broadway show of this New York trip. So we're going to see Aladdin tomorrow. Very, very excited for that. Obviously, I'll be going to give you my full reviews too of our Levain Cookies. We're going to be going to Central Park. We're going to be going over to see like the vessel and do the High Line and stuff like that. And we're also planning to spend a little bit of time at Little Island, which we've done before in the winter, but again, I'm sure it'll be really nice to go over there in the summer. So that will be everything that you'll see in the next vlog. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week for the next vlog. See you real soon. Bye guys.